The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Chen walked through the crystalline doors. Her heels clicked against the luminescent floor with measured precision, not hurried, not hesitant. Behind her, the scattered remains of the Crozon war fleet still smoldered in high orbit, visible through the chamber's transparent dome. Council Representative Thexelar, a towering Vrenthi with 6 articulated limbs, shifted uncomfortably in his suspension field. Beside him, the gaseous form of Councillor Mistivania rippled with what the translation matrix identified as profound unease. Ambassador Chen, Thexelar began, his translator struggling with the tremor in his voice. We did not expect you to arrive so quickly. The Crozon Armada only attacked your colony world 72 hours ago. Chen smiled. It was the kind of smile that made every predator species in the room recognize something ancient and patient. She set her datapad on the obsidian table with a soft click. Forgive my promptness, Counselor. I wouldn't want to be rude. The irony wasn't lost on anyone present. The Crozon had been the Council's problem child for 3 centuries. Aggressive, expansionist, and utterly convinced of their military supremacy. They had ignored 17 cease and desist orders, brushed off economic sanctions, and laughed at diplomatic protests. When they attacked New Vancouver, killing 40,000 human colonists, the Council had prepared the usual response: a strongly worded condemnation and a committee to study the issue. Humanity had other plans. Ambassador, Miss Devania's voice resonated through her containment field. We are disturbed by the reports. The entire Crozon battle fleet is no longer a concern, Chen finished smoothly. Yes, I wanted to address that personally. You see, the Crozon leadership seemed to be under the impression that our repeated diplomatic overtures indicated weakness. She paused, consulting her datapad. I believe their war leader's exact words were, "The humans bleat like prey when cornered." Thexelar's translator emitted a sound that might have been a nervous cough. Ambassador, the Council must protest. Protest? Chen's eyebrows rose with practiced surprise. Counselor, I'm confused. We followed proper channels. After the attack on New Vancouver, we filed the appropriate incident report form GC-2E847 subsection 12. We allowed the mandatory 72-hour cooling period as per Council regulations. We even sent the Crozon government a formal notice of impending military action through certified quantum transmission. That notice, the insectoid representative from Chitrax clicked nervously, arrived 45 seconds before your fleet opened fire. Chen's smile never wavered. The regulations don't specify a minimum advance notice period, Counselor. We checked, thoroughly. The truth settled over the chamber like a suffocating blanket. Humanity hadn't broken a single Council law. They had simply followed the letter of every regulation, while ignoring the spirit of diplomatic patience the Council had cultivated for millennia. You hunted them, Miss Devania said, her gases swirling with realization, while maintaining perfect diplomatic courtesy. We prefer the term pursued proportional justice, Chen corrected gently. The Crozon war leader is currently in our custody, along with 247 of his command staff. They're being held in comfortable accommodations on Luna. They have legal representation, 3 meals a day, and access to communication, all per the 3rd Geneva Convention, which we've filed with the Council archives. As prisoners of war, Thexelar said weakly. Indeed, we've also filed a formal complaint against the Crozon government for their unprovoked aggression, along with an itemized bill for damages. The Council's standard interest rate applies, of course. We wouldn't want to be unreasonable. Chen tapped her datapad and holographic displays sprang to life above the table. Fleet movements, casualty reports, strategic assessments, all meticulously documented. Our analysis suggests the Crozon military infrastructure is currently operating at 14% capacity. Their economy has contracted by 47% due to the loss of their primary fleet. We estimate it will take them approximately 80 years to rebuild, assuming they begin immediately and maintain current resource allocation. The silence stretched. Finally, the Chitrax representative found his voice. You've crippled them completely. No, Counselor, Chen said, her tone remaining perfectly pleasant. We've educated them. There's a difference. The Crozon government still exists. Their people are unharmed. Their civilian infrastructure is intact. We simply removed their ability to threaten others. And we did it all while observing every applicable Council regulation. She closed her data pad and stood. Now regarding reparations. The families of the 40,000 dead colonists will require compensation. We've prepared a reasonable payment schedule that accounts for the Crozon's reduced economic capacity. We're also proposing a new council resolution, one that clarifies the definition of proportional response in cases of unprovoked aggression. Thexalar's limbs trembled. And if we don't approve this resolution? Chen's smile softened, becoming almost maternal. Then we'll be disappointed, Counselor. Humanity values the Council's role in maintaining galactic peace. We would never want to act unilaterally. She paused, letting the weight of recent events fill that pause. Unless, of course, proper channels fail to provide justice. We do have a responsibility to protect our citizens. The message was crystalline clear. Humanity had just demonstrated that they could operate within every legal framework, while simultaneously achieving total military victory. They had hunted the Crozon with ruthless efficiency while maintaining the veneer of perfect diplomatic propriety. They were predators who wore suits and filed paperwork. As Chen left the chamber, Miss Devanya turned to Thexalar. We've made a grave error in our assessment of humanity. What error? The Vrenthi asked. We thought their politeness was weakness. We failed to understand it was simply manners. The gaseous being shuddered. Manners that persist even while they sharpen their teeth. The resolution passed unanimously 3 hours later, and across the galaxy, 17 other aggressive species quietly began reviewing their foreign policies, because they had finally learned what the Crozon discovered too late. When humanity says please and thank you while destroying your fleet, they're not being hypocritical, they're being efficient. ND